You didn't think I was gonna do it, but I did it. Got in on the Battlefront beta on the very last day, and this is my very first gameplay, and I think I get like a 2KD, so this game is pretty easy to just pick up and play. You don't need a lot of expertise or experience, but of course, being in beta, it's a lot of people who don't really necessarily know what they're doing. I was really confused here at the beginning. As you see, I think I'm just shooting at a rock. I don't even know. So, just so you guys know, I only played for roughly an hour or 2 hours, and I only played this one game mode on this one level. So right off the bat, first thing I noticed is when you are the rebels, you kind of blend in more. You're more muted colors, browns and yellows, and when you are the stormtroopers, you're white and you stand out. Even though like some of the ground is white, you just stand out so well, and you're so much more easily spotted. Now a lot of people were calling this like a reskinned Battlefield. I don't know if they're still saying that. I would say this game has a lot different feel, to me anyways, than Battlefield. Although, you know, it does look pretty similar. This is like Battlefield, like simplified, I guess, is kind of what I would say. Obviously in the beta they don't have everything, but there's not as much stuff to do or keep track of, or movements. I think you can crouch, but you can't lay down. You don't have ammo or magazines or anything like that. You have a laser gun and you keep shooting till it overheats, and then once it overheats you gotta wait for it to cool down. And so that's kind of a nice little change. You don't have to worry about reloading and dying while you're reloading. And I mean, it is similar with the cooldown, but and I don't understand these things. You fall in those holes and they start killing you. Like, I guess the hole is eating you. I don't even know. So the guns, it doesn't seem like there's that many guns. Again, it's the beta. The guns seem simpler, just point and shoot. I don't think there's any kind of attachments. And you don't have all those crazy equipments. Battlefield got ridiculous with the equipment on this one, and I don't do it for a while because I don't even know about it or how to do it. But you buy, basically as you're playing, you get score, not like in-match score. It'll be overall, like on your career, you get score, and you use the score points to unlock new stuff like guns, and I don't know what they're calling them, but it's kind of like equipment. You can see on the right side of the screen right now, there's that circle with 3 boxes above it. So basically you can unlock 3 things, and I don't know what all they have. I know they have a sniper rifle, they have a shield, they have a jetpack, they have a grenade. So again, like I said, with the simplicity, you don't have like grenades, like you throw a grenade and you're out, or 2 grenades and you're out. You don't even have any unless you actually equip that slot with grenades. And so what happens is you throw a grenade, and for me with grenades I had kind of mixed results. Sometimes I seemed to do well, and sometimes I couldn't really get the trajectory down, and I couldn't really hit anybody. And so and then what happens is there's a cooldown, so there'll be a progress bar or whatever for the cooldown, and once it cools down, and then you can use it again. So maybe it's 10 seconds, 15 seconds, I don't know exactly. So it cools down, and then you have another grenade, which is kind of neat, and like I said, more simplified. You're not worried about, oh, I gotta go get, you know, a resupply or, you know, anything like that. It's just more of a pick up and play type of thing. No secondaries, you just get one gun. You can't pick up guns, you know, just like in every way, really, just simplified. And I think that makes it more of a pick up and play game, you know, less of a, but at the same time, I felt like it was hard to really come up with a strategy in this one, and probably my biggest complaint in my whole time on the beta, now again, it's the beta, I only played 1 level, only 1 game mode, and this, I don't know the name of this, but basically there's these drop pods, and they will activate, and then your team, one person has to go over there, and they have to actually get up next to it and hold X, and that activates it, and then you have to hold it by defending it. Now the other team doesn't actually, I think, take it until somebody goes up there and holds X next to it. So one team has to hold it for a certain amount of time, and then they win it. seemed to be first 1 to 5 would win, or there's also a time limit. But the problem I had was the spawns. Every game seems like the spawns don't work that well. In this one, I had many times where I would spawn and run forward, and then enemies would spawn behind me and shoot me in the back. Or I would spawn, and then an enemy would run right by me like 2 seconds after I spawned, shoot them in the back. And that gets really frustrating. I can kind of understand that they tried to work this a little bit to where it would be faster paced and more action oriented, but it has a lot of the same downfalls as Battlefield, where you spawn on the edge of the map, which isn't always the same in Battlefield, but I'm just saying you spawn on the edge of the map and then you run towards the middle at that point, and sometimes it takes you a while to get to the objectives, and sometimes you're just running around trying to get to something, trying to find the action, instead of just being spawned, you know, closer to the action. Kind of slows things down, and then like I said, you can end up spawning right by enemies and they spawn by you, and it gets really frustrating when you just spawn killed. And I'm not saying that they're spawn killing you, but it's just like you all spawn in one spot. What else are they gonna do? They gotta kill you. So that was my biggest complaint, though. I did have a lot of fun. Like, I was only for 2 hours, so it's hard to get too many complaints, you know, in 2 hours, but it was a lot of fun. The time to kill seemed about right, you know. People didn't just die instantly when you shot them. They had time to evade. You have time to evade. There's headshot multipliers, so if you can get them in the head, you get less, you know, takes less time to kill them. You get like all kinds of streaks. Like there, I'm on a score of 5 headshots, and then I'm dead. But they don't have ridiculous health. I think the health is like just right in this game. So I also want to talk a little bit about some of the other equipments or whatever they're calling them that I used. I used the jump pack because they actually have where if you don't have any, you can like copy a teammates or something, so you're not just like screwed. Because it does leave you at a disadvantage. So you can use the jump pack, and that just gives you like one really big burst jump, which is cool because like in Halo Reach or whatever, they have those jetpacks and you can kind of jetpack around. Well, on this one you just get one use, and you can tell when people use it because they fly. So you get one use, and then again it has to cool down and then recharge, and so it's not like people are just like jetpacking around the whole thing. It's like you get one jump, and you gotta wait a little bit and then get another jump. And what a lot of people will do is they will actually just use it to try to get closer or to a higher spot. I really don't feel like it was abused at all in the beta. Another one they have is the sniper rifle, which is cool. You get one shot, so people aren't just sitting around sniping all day. They're not super annoying in the middle of nowhere on the side of a cliff doing absolutely nothing, trying to snipe people. But you can also get long distance shots, and it basically, I feel like it has to be a headshot to get a kill. If you miss the headshot, I think you're going to take one shot and then like blaster, at least 1 or 2 shots from your blaster to kill them. So seems pretty balanced there to me. They also have a shield. The interesting thing about the shield is that once you activate it and it lasts, 10-15 seconds or whatever. I'm not giving you any definite times because I definitely don't know, but you can't shoot either. It's not like again, I'll go back to Halo, where you just can't be shot. You can't shoot. You have no offensive or defensive capabilities. You just can't be killed, I don't think. I guess that's a defensive capability, but you know what I mean. And see here, I didn't know that you had to actually hold X. I'm like just waiting here, similar to Domination on Call of Duty, but you actually have to go up to it and hold X to take it. So another I think final point that I have, there's a lot of sound in the game, and it doesn't really help. You just hear sounds. There's kind of like, you guys can see ships flying by and shooting at each other. And you just kind of hear, blaster or laser sounds constantly, and you really can't hear the enemies or what's going on. A lot of times I would see shooting, and I'm like, okay, well, who's shooting? Because everybody's shooting lasers, and I don't know if it's friendly or enemy or which way it's coming from or where it's going. The laser does basically have a tracer round effect, so you can see, but it's hard to figure out exactly where everything's going down. So yeah, I went 18-9, 2 KD. I mean, pretty good. Like I said, pick up and play. The question is, will there be enough to keep us playing? Alright, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more videos. And see you guys soon.